So the objectives of this lesson are for you to learn about what is dynamic range. We will specifically talk about dynamic range as a concept that applies to images and how we want to be able to capture real scenes with the lighting and the radiometric information of the scene to capture the best possible image. We'll also think about what makes or prevents a camera to be able to capture dynamic range correctly, specifically talking about digital cameras and how they encode information or do not encode the information of dynamic range of an image. We will talk about the image acquisition pipeline, which is aimed at capturing the scene brightness, the scene radiance, and basically convert them to pixel values. And of course, those are the pixel values we can do various types of mathematics on to generate newer types of images. We will look at the variety of linear and nonlinear aspects that are inherent in an image acquisition pipeline that will allow us to start thinking about what kind of mapping we want to model and build upon. In this lesson, we will also cover aspects of camera calibration that will allow us to calibrate a camera so we can actually be able to get the right kinds of levels of images and colors that are actually visible in the scene into a real image. So the goal here is to calibrate a camera so we would be able to look at the exact colors in a scene and be able to capture all of those to replicate them in an image. We will then discuss how we can take values, the pixel values of intensities from different exposures of an image. Again, this is where a camera comes in, how we'll use the exposure, remember things like aperture and shutter, to then actually capture the light information and then use that to generate a new image of the scene. And then we'll talk about tone mapping, which is aimed at taking a high dynamic range image and then converting it in a form that would be made visible on a traditional display, or perhaps even print it out so you can actually see all of the different types of dynamic range in that image.